Alright folks, I'm making this little video to help, everybody who was like me, totally stuck, addicted to smoking cigarettes. I'm not young, I'm not old, but I'm, in my 40s, and man, I started smoking cigarettes, at a young age. I started smoking cigarettes when I think I was like 15, man, or 16 years old. And I'll tell you, I've been smoking for a long time, and it had its hold on me, seriously, it had its hold on me. And there was just no way I thought I was going to literally get away from smoking cigarettes. And it's obviously detrimental to your health, so I was turned on to this, in a sense, an electronic cigarette. This specific one is called the Ego, and it's awesome. I will tell everybody I can to stop smoking these, because I'm about as hardcore of a smoker as anybody. Alright, I was smoking about a pack and a half a day. Sometimes when it was stressful, man, I'd blast through 2 packs a day, There was just no stopping. I was not going to quit. I had nothing available to me to help me quit. And now I do. So, granted, I have not been smoking regular cigarettes for about 2.5 weeks now. But every single day that I'm not smoking this, I'm fixing my health. I'm fixing my lungs. I'm fixing my life, man. I'm living healthier. So this is what I want to do for you. I got these for my parents. They've been smoking, and I am going to just make this little video and show them how to set it up, how to use it, and et cetera, and everything that I bought for them in the kits that I sent to them. Show them and you guys how to use this thing, set it up, and all that good stuff. It's real simple. So basically, when you purchase one of these kits, you'll get this cool little carrying case, man. Let me show you what you will get when you purchase it. Okay. This here is the battery, alright, that's going to power it. When you purchase this thing, you're given 2 choices of a short battery, which is here, or a longer battery, which is here. The price difference between the two is like $3, $4, something like that. This one lasts for those pack-a-day smokers who are going to smoke this thing all day and all night long, like I was smoking these. You're going to opt for that, spending that extra $3 or $4 for the longer one, because it's going to last you longer. I ended up purchasing this shorter one just for an additional battery. It does not come with the kit. You'll get 1 battery of your choice, the short one or the long one. You'll get 2 of the liquid flavors that you can put into the little liquid chamber area, and you get 2 of them with this kit right off the bat. And this part here is the fluid part, okay? And I'm going to grab this one here and show you that hopefully you can see there's fluid in there, okay? And that's the flavor stuff. These things have man, it must be like 50 different kinds of flavors, anywhere from like a tobacco flavor, like a menthol flavor, to like dessert flavors, food flavors. I mean, there's soft drink flavors. There's even my favorite, which is a cappuccino, like a Java coffee flavor, and I'm addicted, dude. Love it. Love it. It tastes so good. It smells so good. my clothes no longer smell like smoke. House doesn't smell like smoke, even though I didn't smoke in the house anyway. Irregardless, you know, you smoke in a house, your house is going to reek. Your clothes reek. Your breath reeks. I could go on. Anyway, I smell like cappuccino now. You know, my clothes smell like cappuccino coffee. I mean, it's funny. I'm getting my, smoking, man. I'm smoking, but it's not hurting my health, man. It's a vapor, you know. So this is what I'm going to do for my folks and any of you out there. Okay. Let's just explain this thing to you. All right. So it comes with a USB cord. Okay. And this plugs into a laptop or a computer. All right. And it plugs into, on the bottom of your battery, there's a little screw, okay? Okay, you unscrew it, and you got yourself your little USB connector, okay? Of course, you take the smaller part, all right, and just stick it in there, and then plug this in to your USB port, and you know, there's a little button right here which turns the battery on and off, okay? And when you're charging it, you want this thing to be powered on, okay? And then there's a red light on the bottom of here that will light up, and that lets you know that this thing is indeed charging, okay? So, when you get this thing, typically when you purchase them at the vapor store or wherever you purchase this at, they set it up for you. They do it right there in front of you, and it takes, you know, a total of maybe 10-15 seconds, okay? So I'm going to do it for my parents and for you guys. Alright? So, one thing that they taught me is when you push this light on, to power it on, you hit it 5 times repeatedly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? And it's going to light up with like this a bluish whitish light, okay? And there are 2 power modes on these batteries. One of them is like, the only way I can describe it is like a headlight kind of light, ambient light. You know, it's not a real bright light, you know, white, and that setting is going to be the wrong setting, and I'll show that to you. The light that you want to see on here is like a bluish white light. That's going to be the lower power setting for this battery, which you want to use because the higher power setting, which I'll show you, burns this thing up too fast, okay? So let's turn this thing on for you. Alright, so I'm going to hit this thing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, alright? Okay, see that? Alright. Now it's powered on. So, what you do is you take your cap here, and of course I'll show you how to fill it up and everything, but you take your cap that's got your fluid in it, and just stick it on here and screw it on. Alright? And then from there, in order to smoke this thing, you push down the button and hold it for however long you want to take the drag. Okay, so I'm going to see if I can do this with you guys seeing. So what you're noticing here, unlike other e-cigarettes that I've seen, I didn't get any smoke. I didn't feel like I was smoking anything. So it was not giving me what I wanted to get me away from detrimental cigarettes. Okay, this, when you draw on it, it feels like you're smoking something. You can see that you're smoking something. And the flavor, oh, it's awesome. Alright, so that's basically how you work it, okay? Alright, so let me get back to the power settings, alright? So this is what they told me at the store. As you can see, it's like a bluish whitish light. Alright, I'm going to power this thing off, and the way you power it off is the same way you power it on. 5 clicks on the button. It'll blink at you a couple times and lets you know that it's powered off. Alright, so see, I'm pushing the button. It's not doing anything. Alright, so if you do end up having this thing working at the higher power, the color on this little button is going to be not that bright blue white, okay? It's going to be a different one, kind of like a headlight color light. And I'm going to show you how to get to that. You're not going to want to use it, but I'll show you. So they told me, in order to switch power settings, you hold down the button for about 10 or 15 seconds. I'm not accurate on that, but you just hold it down, alright, and it switches the power mode. So I'm going to do that. You may have to have it powered on first, I don't know, but we're going to try this. So I'm holding it down. Okay, now you see that color, alright? That, I just clicked it 5 times to turn it on. Okay, you see. Okay, the camera battery cut off just a second ago, so we switched out the battery so we can continue this video. So where I was at was this color right here. That means this battery is burning, it's working in the higher power mode, which is not what you want to use, okay? So I wanted to show you the difference of that color. So if when you receive the kit and you click it 5 times to turn it on, if you're seeing this color on the button, you want to switch the mode. So we're going to click the button 5 times to turn it off again, and then I'm going to hold down the button for that 10 seconds or so to switch the power on the batteries. Let's do that. Okay, it's now off. Not working, so now I'm going to hold the button down. Alright, see that? Now we're back to the normal mode, the mode that you want to use. So now I'm going to click the button 5 times to turn it on again. Alright. Alright, so this basically what I wanted to show you and my parents, that this is the color of the button that you want. That's the power mode that you want to be using on the battery. Otherwise, the other setting burns this thing up. Alright, that's what they told us at the store. Alright, so this is how you put your fluid in there, okay? You can leave it connected if you want, or you can take this off if you want. You get 2 of these when you purchase the kit, and you get 2 flavors, okay? They recommended, you can mix flavors, okay? But they recommend that you use 1 flavor per tube part of it, okay? Which I recommend. It's not cross-contamination, you know. So if you're doing, you know, say Coca-Cola in one of them, and you're doing coffee in another, you know, keep those 2 flavors separate, man. You know, it's a no-brainer, common sense. All right. So what I have in here is my like a mocha cappuccino. It's a cappuccino caramel cappuccino. It's a caramel cappuccino. I'm not a fan of caramel, but it's a really cool Java flavor. You know, it's awesome. Anyway, so what you do is you take this little black cap, this top, and unscrew it. Okay, and once you unscrew it so far, you just, you know, pull it right out. Okay, you can put it in and then pull it out. Okay, and in here, hopefully you can see it in the camera, but there's a little metal tube, alright, going straight in the center of that, okay? When you take your fluid, all right, and you fill this thing up, they told us to hold it at an angle, because when you stick the tip of this thing in here, you want to stick it on the side. You don't want to drip the fluid into that little center little tube there. Hold on.
Call from 2812-41996.
Alright, sorry about that phone ring. Alright, let's get back to this. So here is the fluid. You see how it's got that little tip in there? So what you do is you take it, put it on the side, alright? And you can see it filling up with fluid. Okay? And once you do that, they mentioned that there are some little lines on the side of here, and what you want to do is you want to fill it up to the top of the line at about basically this point. This thing starts to taper and go smaller. Right here about this point, it starts to taper and go smaller. And you want to fill it up. Hold on 1 second. Okay. A lot of life happening around here. Alright, so as I was saying, you want to fill it up to about this point where it just starts to taper, okay? That's the place that they said to stop filling it up. From there, you just take your cap, put it on there, screw it down into position, take it, screw it onto your battery. I'm sorry, what was that?
Give it 15 seconds before you turn it on so it can soak up and...
That's right. In here, which you're probably not going to be able to see, but there are two little wicks, little cloth wicks, alright? That soaks up your juice, brings it down into the, I guess you could consider it the firing chamber, you know, or whatever, it turns it into the vapor, okay? When you fill this thing up for the first time, okay, a brand new one of these, when you fill it up for the first time, you want to let the wick absorb the liquid, okay, for about 15 seconds, they said. If you purchase a new one of these, you know, you want to do that. They also said that when you are smoking this thing, and your fluid starts to go down, you don't want to let it go all the way away. You know, you want to keep a little bit in there so that the wicks stay moist. You know, you don't want to burn up the wicks, alright? So, that's pretty much it in a nutshell. This thing is just, it's awesome. And let me tell you something, man. These and all of this that I had to take with me, the detrimental effect of it, the smell, the unhealthiness of it, let me tell you something, man. That's gone out of my life, dude. Gone. And I've been smoking since 15 years, man. I didn't think I was ever going to get away from it. I figured I'm going to die from lung cancer because I don't know how I'm going to quit smoking, you know. This thing right here allowed me to quit smoking, alright? And tastes awesome. It's really about the same cost as a carton of cigarettes, depending on where you live in this country. It costs about the same as a carton of cigarettes to get you started. and you'll get 2 of these bottles. These full bottles, I will go through one of these full bottles, and I think they cost about $5 or $6. Okay.
$6.99.
Okay, $7. $7 for the bottle. All right, and I will go through this bottle in about a week. All right, so $7. This does me for about a week, depending on how much you smoke on this, and have to refill it back up. You know, like I said, I smoked a pack and a half, 2 packs a day. Okay, so some days I smoke on this thing more, some days I don't. You know, and if this thing lasts me, say 5 days or a week, and it's $7, can't beat it, man. The cost factor is going to save you money. All right. Also, they mentioned to us that this cap here, depending again on how much you smoke out of it, it will last about 2 weeks. Okay, so I purchased this kit about 2.5 weeks ago, and I just replaced this thing. When you know that you do need to replace it, they told us that it'll start getting harder to hit off of, and the flavor that you choose will taste a little odd. It'll taste odd, okay? So if you start getting an odd flavor, or it starts being harder to draw from, you probably just need to get yourself a new one of these. And they're cheap, man. What did I pay for this thing?
I think those are about $7 too.
$7.
7 to 10, somewhere in there.
I think you're a little off on that. I think they're about $3. About
okay,
$3.
I'm not sure.
I think they're pretty cheap. These things are about.
But it's worth it.
And also, they got accessories, man. One thing that I noticed when I got the thing is this round piece. Okay, and you know, it's not really, I mean, I have no problem with it really, but they also sell these flat ones, you know? So I ended up, dude, I think it was $2, I think, $2 or $3, man, for this cool flat one. And so I got it. Sticks right on there the same way. And I like it because it's like a little flatter, you know. I like it's my preference. Okay, so all right, we purchased our Ego vapor cigarette thing tool from a company called Downtown Vapor. Okay, they're called Downtown Vapor. They do have a website. You can purchase this stuff. Okay, and I highly recommend it. You know, hopefully my parents can do this like I've done this. Like I said, I'm just as much of a hardcore smoker as any of you. Okay, I did not foresee any way that I was going to be quitting smoking, man. I mean, and I kind of wanted to, just because I didn't like the flavor of cigarettes anymore. However, I had no problem continuing smoking because I did not see anything else that was going to curb my neurotic tendencies of needing to do something. Okay. And that's what it is for a lot of people. It isn't necessarily the physical dependence of it, it's the neurotic need to do something with your hands, okay, or do something, okay? I was locked into all of it, okay? Started smoking when I was 15. You know, I had that habit. Smoking didn't really affect me that much, and I needed to do something, and I was not going to quit. My wife does not smoke cigarettes. She quit a long, long time ago, so it's not that her influence of smoking was making me smoke, okay? It was all me, man. It was all me. I was not going to quit smoking. I didn't foresee any way to quit smoking. And this right here has quit me from smoking. I am not smoking cigarettes anymore. It has been about 2.5 weeks, man. And every day, hell, every 30 minutes that goes by in my life that I don't feel the need to go grab a cancer stick, dude, this saved my life, man. I feel that way. Alright? And I want to save you guys' life. I want you guys to not get lung cancer, okay? I want you guys to live, long, man, or at least just stop smelling bad from cigarettes, because it made me stink, man. It stained my teeth, man. It gave me bad breath. My clothes reeked, there's just so much bad about smoking cigarettes, and there's just so much good about replacing it with this. And I'm telling you, man, I didn't know of anything that was going to give me that feeling that I'm smoking something like this does. It feels like I'm smoking something, It feels like I'm still smoking, and it tastes awesome. And it has prevented me from smoking cigarettes, man, from smoking cancer sticks, dude. And hopefully, man, this will stop my possibility of getting lung cancer, man. I don't know, but this is what I recommend, man. Okay, the kit is awesome. I think it's like $50, $60, something to that effect, man. It's about a carton of cigarettes, man. I opted for the longer battery because it lasts longer. It was like $3 or $4 more. A couple of days or so ago, I went and opted and purchased myself the shorter battery just to have an extra battery just in case. So other than that, man, I recommend you guys do it, because hell, if I can do it, man, and I'm a hardcore cigarette smoker, man, if I can do it, then any single one of you guys can do it, because there was no way I was going to quit smoking cigarettes. And I can now say, dude, that I'm a non-smoker, man. And I hope this video helps. I hope you guys take my advice. I hope you get it, because it's awesome.
I'd like to add about the flavors. As he said, I stopped smoking a long time ago, over 10 years ago. The flavors of these taste so good. I pull off of it every now and then just for the flavor. It's amazing.
Alright, well, I hope this helps you guys. I hope you quit smoking. This right here helped me.